Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy.
And Jalen Rose gets up with us here after they crowned the champion last night, and a great job by you and everybody on ABC. And so, Jalen, I want to start with this because you and I have talked about sort of the context of this stuff for as long as I have known you. What does it mean for the NBA for a player like Giannis to get? Go ahead, Jalen. I never get to ask a question.
Good morning, gentlemen. And so, I was at the game last night, just like Big Perk was. Congratulations to the entire team, ESPN and ABC for covering it. I barely got like an hour's sleep. I just flew to Detroit, and I wanted to make sure I was on this segment, and both of you guys look handsome today. Let me talk to Kendrick Perkins for a second, okay? Good morning, Big Perk. Now, you did a great job of covering this, okay? Now, you did a great job covering this year's NBA Finals, but you know what happens, Greeny? Young folks like this that's been doing this job like 5 years, they get one or two things right. They get one or two catchphrases. Then they come over here with their Dr. Seuss lines, wearing their 80s pastor suits, and think all of their texts are going to be hot. So let me tell you a couple of things that I heard Perk say about this series. Didn't he just slander Coach Bud the entire year about not making adjustments? Hey, Perk, the number one adjustment this year was giving the ball to Middleton the last couple of minutes of a game. Drew Holiday isn't the best two-way player in the NBA. Last night, you saw the best two-way player in the NBA. That's actually Giannis Antetokounmpo. And Chris Middleton is not Batman. That happens to be the Greek Freak. And don't try to flip it and say, oh, now he's Superman. You could just say, that take was off. By the way, what happened to your guy DeAndre Ayton? Let me finish. What happened to your guy DeAndre Ayton? Is he still David Robinson? I didn't see him. Is he still David Robinson? Are the Suns still a dynasty? I don't see that with a 36-year-old point guard. So again, it's great to come on here and talk really loud and have all of the catchphrases, but you were so very dead wrong about the Bucks as a guy that said that Giannis should leave Milwaukee. You said Giannis should leave Milwaukee. And he stayed. He stayed and he delivered.
Go ahead, Bert.
First of all, now let me address you like my catchphrase, like the numbers on the house. You talking about a pastor suit. Let me address you real quick, Mr. Spray Paint Line that's afraid to let it go because I'm diving up into the age.
Oh, no, this not hey, dog, I'm on natural, homie. Hey, I'm on natural, homie. Hey, by the way, I'm only 10 years older than you. You call me a senior citizen. I'm only 10 years older than you, and you look 50 years older than me.
Hold on. I let you talk. Let me finish, Mr. Jalen Rose. Okay, for the simple fact that I understand that it took you a while to get on the show because you probably needed a walker. All right, and let me address you with some facts too. You picked the Phoenix Suns to win this series as well.
I thought Batman was gonna be hurt. I thought Batman was gonna be hurt, and then he swooped in game one to save the day. No, we heard you talk 50 times. We're going to hear you 500 times. We already heard what you have to say. We already heard what you have to say. It was Jalen Rose.
Jalen Rose. This is the problem, man. At the end of the day, I don't know what you got up with Big Perk, but it's all good over here, dog. I'm not doing no tripping. Like Greeny said, I picked the Bucks to come to the Eastern Conference. I picked them before James Harden and Kyrie Irving was hurt. I picked them before the playoffs was even started. I picked the Milwaukee Bucks to make it to the finals. And when I make a phrase and say things like that DeAndre Ayton is the second coming of a David Robinson, this is based off of potential, Jalen Rose. This is
David Robinson was a scorer. David Robinson was a scorer. David Robinson scored 50 points in college and 70 points in the NBA. DeAndre Ayton will never lead the league in scoring.
DeAndre Ayton is 21 years old, man.
We just heard for 25 minutes today. We're going to watch him on First Take. We're going to watch him on Sports Center. We're going to watch him this afternoon.
My God. Okay, go ahead. Well, keep watching. I mean, what you want me to do? Keep watching. I can't help it that I got a certain type of charisma. I can't help it that I got a certain type of authenticity that the viewers want to see. I can't help it that I'm sitting up here looking like a 6'10", 360-pound version of Morris Chestnut. I can't help it that I...
Hold on, did this fool just compare himself to Morris Chestnut? Let's continue.
I did things my way. I can't help it that I came into this media game as basically an intern and worked my way up. No, because first of all, it went past that because you came in here telling me about my inexperience. You came in here addressing my character on how I approach the game. So
I didn't
then I
address your
got
character.
to defend. Yes, you did. Yes, you
No, I
did.
didn't.
You started it off by that. Yes,
You
you said as a first-time guy that's been on TV.
First time. I didn't say first time.
No, you said your first
you've been
time
doing
at
it a
the
few
finals.
years.
That you do.
In
You
other
know what?
news,
Hey, look. Hey, you got it, bro. It's your world. I'm just trying to get an apartment in it.
in other news, the Bucks won the championship last night. And so, Jalen, let me ask you a quick question if I can, and then I'm going to have to go. And that is, what does this mean for the sport? That Giannis, who could have been a free agent this year and tried to join a super team, instead signed the super max last summer, that he's homegrown and stayed in Milwaukee and did it. What does it mean for the league and the sport?
I love you, Perk. It ain't personal. Giannis showed last night that all rings aren't created equal. And in an era of player empowerment via social media and their voices, they do an amazing job of getting their messages out there. But the one thing they can't control is how we view it. And Giannis said it when he got to the podium. He wanted to stay, he wanted to build, and he wanted to do it in Milwaukee, the team that drafted him. And that was his motivation. So now, like Dirk Nowitzki, for example, that championship is going to live eternally. Just like the one that Kawhi Leonard got with the Raptors. There's certain things that when players do them the way Giannis did them, fans and media appreciate how he went about the journey as a 26-year-old player. That's a two-time MVP. That's a Defensive Player of the Year. That's a Finals MVP. That's the most athletic 7-foot player that we've seen in a really long time. And I know he and KD are both listed at 6'11". KD has more of a perimeter guard type skills. Giannis is more of a dominant big type skills, doing it in the paint, giving me 50. And how about the blocks? Y'all should cut a rip of his blocks, because his blocks were incredible yesterday. The way he changed shots was incredible. The energy and effort he played with was incredible. And Morris Chestnut, you're right. You do an amazing job.
It's such a delight. Can I just say that we have been doing this, the three of us now.
You big soft ass
all
nigga.
through these play-
You big soft ass nigga. Here's Jalen Rose apology to this big soft ass dude.
Stream 85 plus live channels.
I can't believe this. I'm finna go in after he finishes.
I want to make sure I do this right. I want to do a public apology to my brother Kendrick Perkins. We do a lot of sparring. We do a lot of banter on topics. We cap on each other. And you know it went too far when somebody's upset about it. Somebody's disappointed about it. Somebody's hurt about it. And that's never my intention to Kendrick. That's never my intention to any human being walking the face of the earth. I try to come with peace, honor, and respect. And if I'm going to disagree with some things that he said about sports or joke about what he's rocking or whatever, I feel like it goes too far when the other person, is disappointed by what you said. So I attribute it to like slap boxing, and I guess it definitely went too far. So again, public apology to my brother Kendrick Perkins. I know it's going to be a lot of people try to sideline it, try to instigate it, try to keep it going. I travel with love. I travel with peace. Keep killing them, my brother. You're a champion. You representing yourself 110%. And if I disagree with some things that you say about the playoffs or about sports and or vice versa, we could cap all day. You already know what it is. It's all love. But you know it went too far when somebody's upset about it. And I never, ever, 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 ever want you or anybody else to feel disrespected about something I said. So I'm going to end this live. I just tried to do it before, and I made a mistake and posted it wrong. But either way, all love and blessings. I'm going to do this on TV again when I go on Get Up and make sure I put it out there for the record. But I just wanted to do it on social media right now because I don't know how a lot of you deal with your pain or anxiety or disappointment or whatever. But I don't feel good when I feel like I let my people down or I hurt somebody's feelings. And so I don't ever want to do that. And so again, all love and respect. Each of you have a good day. I'm going to do it on TV when I go and Get Up again as well. Everybody have a good day.
Now look, I wanted to play it because people may not have heard it. If you have, oh well, you got to hear it again. Now, this is the problem I'm having. You talk about you were an enforcer. You talk about you were this big bad wolf or big bad guy, or you could just beat somebody down and you were the enforcer. Get the fuck out of here. Talking about you were a damn enforcer. You is soft as cupcake. We gonna start calling you a cupcake. Remember, you was calling Kevin Durant cupcake. Kevin Durant got more balls than you, boy. You got way more balls than you, boy. What is going on, man? This is the problem that I have. We live in a soft ass time. We do. We live in a soft era. This soft ass era, people get in their feelings so much. But this is what I'm saying. You were talking all this shit about Giannis being Robin. Giannis may not have the skill level, may not have the type of skill that Harden has or anybody has. But the thing Giannis has is he's a number one. And he started demanding the ball a lot in these playoffs. And Giannis in this playoff run, he made me love what he was doing. I love the growth of Giannis. I just think you guys are going overboard saying he's the best player in the game when I just don't think he is right now. I think he's top 3. I think you guys are just pushing him up because he won, and then this narrative, oh, he did it without a super team. Look, there's no such thing as no goddamn super team. I'ma still stick by that. I feel like you can add better players to your team. To me, there is nothing wrong if you do it the LeBrownies way, or if y'all want to throw KD in there, which I don't believe KD went to a super team. I don't know how, when the team was homegrown and it was full of players that the NBA didn't want. The NBA didn't want these guys. But now, because he go to that team, y'all want to criticize him. But anyway, if you want to say it, cool. If Giannis does it, cool. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me, how you build your team or how you win with your team. The Dallas Mavericks, I'm going to keep telling people, they got lucky. They got lucky because the year before, You guys forget Dirk got beat with a better team that was going against the Warriors team. Remember, the We Believe team got beat. And y'all want to say he's the greatest, like he's up there because of that one championship run. Look, I'm not a person who's in love with the narratives or in love with the overglorification. To me, all of that stuff is bull crap. You guys want to overglorify stuff instead of keeping things in context. I'm a guy that goes by body of work. If I seen you during a long stretch of a career where you were scoring at a high level, defending at a high level, handling the ball at a high level, facilitating at a high level, rebounding or blocking, that's where I put you up on my list. The reason my five is who they are because I know that five I can take to the court today and they'll bust anybody ass. You guys think they won't, but I believe they will. Now, Jalen Rose, you should not have apologized, but I understand why they made you apologize because that's LeBrownie's boy. LeBrownie's boy got to be taken care of. And Cool Beans, you know I'm going to mention LeBrownie's. I don't like that big, tall ass Fruit Loop. Boy got more fruit than him than loops. Shit. This is the problem. And this is why espn fails, in my opinion, as a network. They fail as a network. Because they do not know how to me, the thing is, this is the thing. You can't throw stones and live in a glass house, Kendrick. You can't do that. You can't say you tough 1 minute and then you can't take criticism. You can't make outlandish statements and then not think you're going to be called out on it. I've been called out on my statements. Others have been called out on their statements. We didn't run from it. I only got rid of guys who troll, who all they know how to do is come in and defend that LeBrownie bum when he's a bum. So your acting and your getting upset over stupidity, to me, I feel it's a problem. I feel that you should have talked to Jalen behind closed doors, but no, you wanted a public apology because you got embarrassed and you looked like you was mad and everything. Because he put you in the blender and mixed your bitch ass. He mixed you. He told you. He said, look, man, you don't know shit, and the only reason you're here is because of LeBrownies. It's the facts. And then Greeny over there rubbing his head. How the hell did Greeny get that damn head job? Dog, you was trash on Mike in the morning. I mean trash. Like I said, if you white, you right. But let me know in the comment section what you guys think. I believe that Jalen Rose should not have apologized at all. He should not have apologized. He should have stood on his morals, but I see what happened. The network put pressure on him to do it. And these are the problems that they have over there. You got one guy in Jalen Rose who to me is very underrated in his analysis. I've always loved Jalen Rose. Jalen Rose knows what he's talking about. And if you don't like Jalen Rose, then you're just a bitch ass nigga. That's just facts. You are. Jalen Rose puts in the work, and to me, he's better than Richard Jefferson. These guys get their position because LeBrownies puts them in that position to do it. And when you have a player like him who's able to put people in position, it kind of taints the credibility of your network. And it does. Now they're going to move past this, but Kendrick Perkins, what you need to do, my brother, is learn how to debate. You need to learn how to grow thick skin because a lot of people say the same thing about you out here, that you don't know shit. You don't. It's not hating, it's just you don't. You weren't even that good of a player. But you talk like you was that guy. You was an enforcer. You was enforcing what? When Russell Westbrook went down because of Beverly trying to go for the ball, where were you at? You didn't do anything to keep Zebo off the boards or Marc Gasol. They just dominated y'all on the boards. You didn't do jack shit. And then everybody want to blame KD. KD balled out. What do you want KD to do? KD did the best he could. He's a scorer. He's not a guy who's looking to facilitate. I don't need KD facilitating. I need him scoring. You guys love to bring up LeBrownies. LeBrownies is a bad player. His teams play better when he leaves the court. I don't care what those numbers say. They exaggerate them numbers. They spin those numbers. And Kendrick, LeBrownies hasn't been in the top 20 the past 3-4 years in the league. He's been terrible. He's padding his stats, so dumbass fans who go to the stat sheet or look up, they're like, man, he put up this many points. But they don't notice that that's a quiet 30 or 40 he puts up with a triple-double. Because he's non-existent when he out there. He has to go to the bench because he can't keep up with these guys. He has to go to the bench because he's a liability on defense. And then once the team gets him back in the game or puts him in a good lead, he'll come back and say, okay, it's time for me to play. And your dumb ass fall for it. That's why I can't respect none of you LeBron fans. You guys don't watch this dude. He takes plays off, a lot of plays off. He pouts and don't run back on defense. He did the same thing in Cleveland the first time. There's nothing different. The only thing different is he was younger, he was more spry, and he was more athletic. So thank you for listening. Like, comment, subscribe, share this. Hit the notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. And if you love what you hear, you can donate to the page by Cash Apping me at the word welcome. Excuse me. Number 2, and then HDIITV. Thank you all for listening, and we're out. Deezy.